Okay, we're going to look at a trade I did on the 8th of January on the Dow. The key point here is resistance around the 12,750 area. Just going to expand this chart a little bit so it's a bit clearer. So we've basically seen this decline here. We'll look at the wave count later. It's not actually the key issue here. We've then seen this corrective rally here, and then we've seen this move here, which looks like it could be in a third move. So, and the point really is that we've got support here, which the market is tested previous day and bounced. Now, when FTSE opened on the 8th, there was about a 50-point markup on IG on the Dow. And at that point, I wasn't looking at the Dow too closely. In fact, this is one of these trades that came to me a bit late in the day. I think it was around 4:30 I was looking to trade it. In fact, I took initial position around 4 o'clock. Was busy putting together a recommendation to go out to lunchtime traders. And in fact, the price moved away from us. So we'll look at that in a minute. But the point here is that we've got the support level, and we've got a pattern suggesting it might break. So this is a setup for this trade. We're now going to switch to the shorter term chart. Okay, this is the 5-minute chart, and we have here the close on the 7th, previous day, and you'll see that the support levels have been tested twice with quite a strong rally coming in at the close on the 7th. So we're now going to scroll through. And you see that initially the market opened well up on the 8th by about 50 odd points. I say well up, it wasn't a huge move, but it was up fairly substantially, and this is quite early in the day. I was expecting it to go a bit higher. I was in two minds here about the timing of this. I thought there's a really good chance that we're going to see a break of 12,750, and my concern was to get the right kind of pricing to trade this, and also the right timing, of course, because the two things go hand in hand: price and time. If you get the timing, you get both right, then of course you're in clover. Often we don't get both right, but obviously we must aim to get it as well as we can. Now at this point in time, it's just on 4 o'clock in the UK. So we've seen this rally off the support there. We've seen it continuing here, looking a little bit toppy where we had this sort of bit of a failed breakthrough, perhaps come down a bit. So at this point, I did put some trades on. There were two trades I was watching. One was Wall Street to be down more than 100 points, which I think I bought at about 11 or 12, and the other was Wall Street low to be below 200, which I got in about 5, I think. So they're quite good trades. As we'll see, there were better trades to do, and this is an example, at least one of the lessons that I need to learn from this really is that if you're going to trade, then you will need sometimes to cancel other things. I actually had to go out this evening, which was unfortunate. I think in hindsight, if it happens again, I would not go out. And undoubtedly it will happen again, because trading can be rather antisocial activity. But we've seen quite a nice decline coming through. I'm just going through the chart, let's say 5-minute chart. This is an updated chart, by the way. I did recommend update it to all the people at the apprentice retreat. It's a very colourful chart. It doesn't need to be colourful. You can make it just black if you prefer it. I think for a presentation like this, it's not a bad thing to have the pretty colours. Anyway, we're seeing quite a sharp fall here. As I said, around 4:30, which is about here. I was drafting a recommendation to traders, lunchtime traders, but it just kept going. The prices went away from where they should have gone. In hindsight, I should have issued a trade watch at this point, but I didn't, unfortunately. So we're ticking over, and it's now getting a bit rather going sideways. Now we see it's now started to rally quite strongly. Now this is when I actually had to go out around this time. Now this was really the time to actually trade this. So as I said, I positioned around here, so it was, it was okay. But of course, a lot of time has passed from here to there, and so there were much better prices around here. Looking at the IG site, I think both bets would have been available for about 2 or 3 at this point, so that would have been a fantastic trade. So I had, we yet to see what happens, but we had this support level. We've come down in a fairly impulsive looking wave. It looks like we can count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've now bounced up A, B, C, and this is the time to go short. So I hope some of you spotted this. I mean, the pattern here is fairly clear. The longer term pattern we'll be looking at again in a minute when this is finished. But at this point in time, there seems to be there are 2 factors. Firstly, there is a sell signal, and secondly, we have now got a setup, and we've got excellent prices. At this point in time, it's 7:30 on a Tuesday evening, and we've got fantastic prices. Because I was out, I didn't see them. But the purpose of this short clip is to help you see the opportunities. And what's gone past is irrelevant. It's what we see in the future that's important. So let's just continue with the scrolling through. So we now start to fall back quite sharply. The actual prior closes around here, which is what, 12,825. So we're not 100 points. So we're getting down 100 points down now. We're not quite 100 points down at this point. But you'll see it's quite a substantial move here. We have now broken that support level, which is 12,750. It's been demolished. The market just keeps on going. Okay, we've got a fairly strong rally coming. Well, a bit of a blip coming, I should say. It could look quite strong. I mean, it was 70 to 80 points, so it was a rally of some significance. And it just keeps on going down, and there we have the close. So we got a close over 200 points below the open, and a substantial trade, producing a substantial profit. I mean, that is on a par with the trade of the 11th of October. It does illustrate how important it is to get these trades. I did get the trade. I made some cash on the trade. I'm not unhappy with that, but I missed the best opportunity. I'm very unhappy with that. This 7:30 was the time. It's a long day, really. I mean, I start myself at 7 o'clock in the morning, but these opportunities don't come along every day. And if you just trade once a month and get this sort of trade, then that'll put you in a hugely positive cash situation. I mean, it's very difficult to do. I'm not saying it's easy to just catch the best trades, but with this sort of trade, if you're getting 50 to 1, which you could have got, odds of 50 to 1, then it doesn't matter if you lose a few times. I mean, the more I trade, the more I veer towards these trades with very high odds, because they do produce very large profits. Right, we're now going to look at a daily chart I did earlier. Okay, this is I do a morning report on johnpipertrading.com. It's rather different from Lunchtime Trader, because it's more of a sort of for traders who want to trade themselves, whereas Lunchtime Trader is more designed for people who want more help with their trading. So this is my morning report on the 9th of January. This is the day following that trade, and this is the chart I showed in that report. So we're looking here at a chart of the day, the Dow hourly, and this is a peak. This actually is the 11th October peak, which was a trade I've spoken about before. And this is a wave count I've come up with. I think we've seen a 1, that's the first one down, and a 2. but all this on here is all part of this of wave 3. So we've got 1, 2, and now we're in the 3, and the third of the 3. So at this point, I think we could see a substantial fall down below that support level. And the setting here is for a substantial sell signal. That concludes this report. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for listening.